I have like a metric ton of music gadgets that I've collected over the years. I finally built a shelf system to display them all properly, and now they sit above my computer desk and I forget that they're there. Which is ironic because I bought them mostly to get me away from my computer. Usually when I'm working on music, I open up Logic or Ableton and I spend most of my time playing around with plugins and using a MIDI keyboard to play synthesizers and make drum beats and all this kind of stuff. But everything is done inside the computer. So I'm sitting at this computer desk for hours at a time working on music. One of the reasons I bought all these little gadgets was to get me away from the computer for a little bit. These are all battery operated. I could take them on walks. I could take them to a cafe or a Panera and just sit, have lunch, and make some music with headphones on. The other reason I like using them is they're very tactile. They have buttons and knobs and all these things that I can move and manipulate and play with that is not a computer mouse. When you're making music on a computer, usually you're using your mouse to turn all these virtual knobs and dials, and it feels cooler to do it for real. One of my go-to gadgets is this old Zoom PS02. The PS stands for Pocket Studio. Its purpose is to be a little 4-track studio that you can sketch song ideas out quickly. It has a built-in, very simplified drum and bass machine, and then you have 3 tracks of audio. So I can use that for fun little harmony parts. But my favorite thing to do is to use the delay effect as a little short phrase looper, meaning I can make a sound and then that will repeat. I can add to that and kind of build up a fun little rhythm, a little drum part, and then I can add little harmony lines and things build up pretty quickly, and it's a pretty noisy device. But one of the things I like about the delay effect is it actually trails off after a certain amount of time. There's a decay on it. And so if I start with some kind of beat, eventually, like a minute in, that beat will kind of decay to the background and I can reinforce a new beat if I want. It's all very silly and experimental and fun, and I do it mostly as a exercise and as like a way of warming up or coming up with ideas. But the machine is noisy enough that I'm not often able to use anything that I make in an actual song. I can clean it up a little bit with some noise reduction software, but it's still not great. There are times when I need to sit down at the computer and just really work on a song properly. And I need the precision that editing with a mouse gives me and moving things around that way, and the control and the robustness of this full digital audio workstation. But sometimes I just want to play with sounds and make some noises. And that's why I love having access to all these little gadgets.